Snake, I have to apologize. The 3 vans that came out with us are decoys. The real one is floating down the river, headed downstream. I managed to get in touch with the children. The Pix is safe. We're going to rendezvous on the riverbank, downstream. Land and air routes are cut off. But there's a cruiser waiting for us. The Volta River is our only chance of escape. Let's get out of here. Hurry.
Good thinking.
This way. Follow me. I don't need to feel the wind anymore. There's no need to keep lying to myself. I only get off my bike when I fall in love. Or... Oh, Snake. Give me a hand.
Yeah.
The underground aqueduct leads to the river. There should be fewer of them down there. Oh.
Liquid. Not bad.
Where's the Pix?
That no longer matters.
Where is it?
Is that it? Naomi told me everything. And now, thanks to her, I finally have it. The thing I've sought for so long. Big Boss. Put down the gun, Snake. It's already too late. You almost did it. But it looks like I win after all. Cigars. Father's favorite. What do you say? Care for one last smoke?
Huh. You think you're a big boss now?
Guilty as charged. But all that ends today. Nice try. But when it comes to CQC, I've got the upper hand.
Even if you do get a hold of the system, you'll only have one part of the Patriots AI. The military part.
What of it, brother? It's only a matter of time before I have everything. Remember, GW? The AI they think they lost? It's mine. A part of my army.
Impossible. We destroyed it.
Your worm only managed to cut GW into little pieces. Pieces we were able to reconstruct. And then we stowed it away inside JD's network. This man's body has served me well, allowing me to pass every security barrier between me and GW. After all, the Patriots system is nothing more than a machine. Now that GW is a spook inside the network, there's no way JD would recognize it as an external threat. Once I destroy JD with a nuclear strike, the Patriots network will be mine. And then I'll build my haven, free from all forms of control. I'll cast aside my old identity and take my own name for the first time.
Liquid, you're planning to recreate the Patriots.
Snake, we were created by the Patriots. We're not men. We're shadows in the shape of men. We're freaks who never should have existed. We're a system. Insurance that future generations never prosper. The Patriots saw fit to create us, and in doing so became our only raison d'etre. I won't fight my fate any longer. I'll kill Zero and Big Boss and become a Patriot myself. It all began with Zero and Big Boss. Our purpose in life is to fulfill our destinies. And once all is returned to Zero, the world can be reborn.
Adam.
So long as we both live, the world will not know an age of light. If we're to pass the baton to the next generation, the only choice left to us is death.
Boss.
Good. The players have all assembled, Snake. The time has come for you to witness. Witness our moment of triumph. Go! What? The system is mine. Your guns and your weapons are no longer your own. Behold, guns of the Patriots. Bang! Bang! Die! Bang!
Justin! Ed! Commander! Commander!
Akiba, you're okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
But why?
Let them have it. We don't need it anymore. So long, Snake.
You and me, we were great partners.
No. Great friends.
Meryl! 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 Meryl, don't give up on me. Meryl, don't go. Meryl. Meryl! Meryl! It's not, I mean...
Thank you.
okay, Meryl? Hey, if it's all right, call me Johnny.
You and the beasts are no different. Scorched shadows born to the world. When a beast steps into the light, unless the light is put out, the shadow cannot be erased. So long as there is light, there is shadow. To return everything to normal, the light must be extinguished. And when that happens, you will be too.
Like I said, we pride ourselves on service. Come on, let's take this guy to his friends.
There's a cruiser waiting for us. The Volta River is our only chance of escape. Oh, let's get out of here. Hurry.
Good thinking.
For some reason, the way that she described it kind of makes me think that she's done this before. Ah, shit, we've smuggled out fucking cocaine in the biggest goddamn boats you'll ever fucking see. They don't inspect those places for shit. We made our money in so many goddamn ways. It'll turn your hair white. I don't see your life expectancy working out all that well.
The underground aqueduct.
There is no fucking way Snake is that strong.
There's
Fucking
of them down there.
fucking manholes are so goddamn heavy. Jesus. You don't shove your hand in a man's hole and just fucking lift it out. It's a fucking difficult task. Oh, shot of Snake's butt cheeks. You know, the most safe thing to get a focus on. But of course, it gets dark really quick. Wonder how long Ocelot was down here. That might be his, like, 5th cigar so far. That'd be hilarious. That was, like, that felt too real. Jesus. It's weird how a lot of Naomi's, like posture here looks very shameful.
Put down the gun, Snake. It's already too late.
We could just shoot him.
Almost did it.
Weird how Snake had no reaction to the cigar, and yet still was not prepared for any of this.
But when it comes to CQC, I've got the upper hand.
Now, is this Ocelot or Liquid?
You do get a hold of the
Because
system.
Liquid got beaten up like 4 times by what he presumed was Big Boss.
Everything.
This would be so confusing if you never used the knife. Like, I was really confused the first time I saw this. Because I didn't realize the stun knife also had an electrocution portion.
It's mine. GW is a spook inside the network. There's no way JD would recognize it as an external threat.
For some reason, the term spook is hilarious to me.
Strike the
And just hearing Ocelot say it's just hilarious.
then can take my own name for the first time.
I thought you had a name. I thought it was Adam.
Liquid. You're planning to
Or was it supposed to be, Oh wait, no, it's supposed to be Liquid, so his name would be Eli. But then again, he doesn't like that name.
We're shadows in the shape of men.
I thought you were supposed to be phantoms in the shape of men. See, this is what happens when you rely too much on fucking, what's it called? On, like, having everything relied on, metaphors or whatever.
And in doing so became our only raison d'etre.
I have no clue what the fuck you just said.
It all began.
This cuddle is way too intense for my liking.
Purpose in life is
It's weird there that Ocelot let himself get electrocuted, and it's just like, yeah, I'm fine. I hang around Vulcan. That is something that is simultaneously hilarious, but also weird. I'm wondering whether or not you can actually do that.
so long as
Man, these frogs must be so confused.
witness our moment of triumph.
Throughout this whole scene, all I can think is that, like Ocelot has become an ultra super villain, like out of a James Bond movie and shit. Cause it's like he reached an ultimate level of being ridiculous.
Go!
So yeah, Naomi is like, a lot of her actions are supposed to seem like a semblance of regret in what she's done. But it's like always weird to judge. It's just like, oh, how much regret does she have? And how much of this is just not fan service. How much of it is just her covering herself? Just like, okay, if she was to be captured again, it's like, oh, I was only doing blank, blank, blank. That's right. Ocelot's biggest thing that's covering him, or stopping him, is bald people. And one person who met him before. Through some of the costumes of these military people, I wonder whether or not these are some of the people I've shot during military missions. It'd be hilarious if these are the same guys who hunted me down. Oh, but then again, they wouldn't have been so friendly towards the frogs, if that was the case. By the way, that sniper rifle that guy is holding, that is the best fucking weapon in this game. Have some tanning lights, Ocelot. We know you haven't tanned a fucking day in your life. So I'm not sure what Ocelot's problem, or sorry, Vamp's problem is. So he looks actually relatively tan, but also like he's acting like he's an actual vampire. Oh, another display of Snake's butt cheeks on display. For some reason, like Ocelot's curly the mustache that he like curls at the end is just hilarious to me. I wonder how much of this is actually under his direct control. Like, it's supposed to be that suddenly SOP is under everything, or sorry, is under his control, but it's like, did they really program it so that it functions under his like hand gestures? That would be amazing. It's like, oh, you didn't, it's like the reason we didn't do this airstrike is because you had your pinky outward, and you had to have your pinky inward. That was a smart idea, actually, having the knife out.
Behold, guns of the Patriots.
My 2 fingers are more powerful than your entire army. This cutscene is simultaneously awesome and ridiculous. Like, if I was to ever make a cutscene of just like, or sorry, if I was to make a like compilation of 10 like 25 best and worst things of like Guns of the Patriots, this would be like both best and worst at the same time. Because it's silly and absurd, but it's also amazing. Like the impression of just like, okay, no, you are no longer in control, and everything you thought was right with the world is just gone. I've always thought that this is one of the most impressive things about this cutscene. Not sure what triggered that explosion. This is actually the more silly part. The idea that his finger actually commands the frogs. I don't know if they would need to do it. It's just fucking aim. But it's amazing at the same time. These aren't robots, though. I wonder if they actually talk to him about that. It's just like, we're not robots, Ocelot. You just need to command us. I'm still not sure why in this cutscene, I think Snake does not actually pull out his syringe. Okay, this is the prime example of amazing but stupid. This is amazing. So yeah, again, Naomi is supposed to be the character which is like, it's clear that she has her own motives, but it does not like what is going on here. So that's kind of actually an interesting idea, is a system in which 4 gunmen can essentially overpower an army of what is supposed to be hundreds of people. It's actually, and of course at the command of 1 person. That's actually quite terrifying. And I've always thought that as much as I've been making fun here, this is, I've always thought, one of the most powerful cutscenes in this entire game. And it may actually be, I think, the most powerful. So yeah, this is kind of the weird thing about Johnny's arc, is that he essentially gets to progress storyline-wise because he is not necessarily powerful, but because everyone else around him has become powerless. Whether or not that works is up to your own discretion, but I'm not a fan of how it tears down other characters, specifically Meryl. I love how like her reaction to being on fire is just like, it's just like, let's stand up perfectly straight. It's like Undertaker at Elimination Chamber 2010, where it's like, I'm on fire, so let's just stand up, turn the other way. Maybe I won't be on fire now. Then a little bit later, it's like, oh fuck, I'm still on fire. Let's turn the other way. Oh fuck, I'm still on fire. Fuck it, let's just run to the ring. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like, actually, it's very strange that a lot of the, like, most silly elements of this game just come from being, like, just, people yelling in general is where everything just gets silly.
No. Great friends.
It's funny that, like, people shit on Phantom Pain for supposedly being unfinished, but I'm like, yeah, some of these characters, specifically the 2 bald guys, I'm like, it feels like there was supposed to be more to their relationship. And so far all I've seen, they're just united by their baldness. So here's Johnny getting to look like a pretty boy right here, and then getting a supreme like superhero arc by essentially being the only guy who was prepared for this situation. Supposedly he is his face is based on David Hayter. However, having seen David Hayter, he doesn't really look like him. Or maybe it's just like the blonde hair that makes a substantial difference. Also, I'd like to point out that I think like the CPR method has been updated so that they don't do the inhale the breath thing. It's just the chest compressions and then just wait. Not sure this works as a culmination of, or as like a start of a relationship. This feels weird.
Okay, Meryl?
I think you're just supposed to turn her on. If I haven't heard what you're supposed to do in CPR for a while, but I think you're just supposed to turn her on her side and just like wait.
Unless the light is put out, the shadow cannot be erased.
Yeah, this is where just everything tries to be too hard to be poetic. Not a fan of it.
So long as there is light, there is shadow.
That being said, Snake must be in so much fucking pain right now. God damn, half of your face burned. Jesus, that sucks. Wait, how is his mustache not burned? It must have been the prime angle. Yeah. It's an unfortunate feeling. It's like I think everyone can probably say just like having seen your mother die is just a very unfortunate feeling. But it must be some it's just kind of weird knowing it's like, yeah, this is a mother you never got to see. As much as people may say like Drebin or talk shit about how like Drebin is given the most boring stuff to talk about, I at least think that a lot of what his stuff is entertaining enough. And he at least moves the plot forward. Like without Drebin, I think the plot would have taken forever to progress. Or it would have been like handed down to another character who would have been made worse because of it. So this is Eva's final goodbye. And at 3 minutes and 30 seconds, we have our grunt of the night. Unfortunately, it's a bit of a sad grunt this time, as we have Big Mama's reaction to seeing the pics on fire, where she goes... That's all for this part. Join us next time when we go to Act 4, and we go to a place very, very familiar.